Welcome back to another episode of Overkill Trading. We are here clocking in with the last 48 hours of trade alerts over here from the Discord channel. We are down here in the alerts section. These are all the alerts that are going off on our indicator today. Today is August 9th. It is about 7:21 a.m. And again, we are buying the green dots and selling the red dots on this indicator down here. By the way, if anybody knows how to build trading bots, I would actually like to test this strategy without human error. Okay, because if you're not selling on the red dots, okay, you're obviously writing these big dips down. So again, the whole idea is to buy the green and sell the red. We have two specific sell strategies on this channel. The first one is selling when this blue stochastic, right? This is the RSI, Relative Strength Index, is what that is called. That measures overbought and oversold levels. So when something is oversold, typically the price has been pushed down, and when something is overbought, it has been pushed up. So again, as traders, we want to buy low and sell high. So what we're looking for is that stochastic RSI to be down there at zero and giving us a green dot. Okay. But I would actually like to build an actual trading bot to just do the buy and the sells on these signals and nothing else. I would actually like to test that theory. Every time we got a green dot closed, it bought, and when we got a red dot, it sold. Okay, so it would be, buy, sell, and these dots aren't 100%, but they are pretty proven over time. And the most important thing too is the bigger the time frame that you're using, the more accurate the dot. So a weekly dot is going to be a lot more accurate than a daily dot, but the daily dots are traded based on days, whereas the weekly dots are traded based on weeks, right? And then you have the monthly chart as well. The monthly chart is just as accurate as the weekly chart. It is more accurate than the weekly chart. I showcase Bitcoin's chart all the time on the monthly, and you can see throughout time, right? These green dots down here on Bitcoin were the bottom. This was the bottom this was September of 2015. Price was 285. Okay, this right here, that red dot came at about 700. I mean, that was a 400% trade. Another one came, boom, that one ran up from 550, 580, all the way up to 2000, dipped all the way down, called the bottom right there, and so on and so forth. So we got a red dot on Bitcoin right now. So again, a lot of people are still very bullish. I was touching on this morning in the Discord. Okay, I'm watching the daily chart for support. Okay, because this has been a dead cat bounce so far on the daily. Okay, yes, we got a green dot. We expected a little bit of a bounce after this massive flush, right? That red dot came at 68. It went all the way down to 49. So that was a massive move. And you guys notice the Discord has been pretty quiet over the last couple of weeks, or the last couple of days, ever since this dip happened. That's a 27% dip. Well, unfortunately, that's called despair. And the people that do not decide to sell, right, when the indicator says sell, they end up dipping, right, riding these big dips all the way down. So we're green now, and yes, we're bouncing. But if you look at a macro time frame, see the weekly is red, the monthly is red. So yes, we got a bounce over the last couple of days, but we have a weekly chart, okay, telling you, hey, potentially the next few weeks, right? Let me take these yellow lines out, okay, could be down. Okay, because again, when the last dot is red, we can expect the next couple of weeks to be down. Okay, the last dot is sitting here red right now. And yes, I know we bounced after a 27% dip, but a 27% dip and, 10, 15, 20% back up is still bearish, right? The trend is still down. So again, don't sleep on these red dots, guys. I mean, they've called the top many, many times. I think if we cannot reclaim the top of this level right here, which is 64, if we can't reclaim that level, okay, it's going to come on back down here to 34, okay, around 34,000. So that's the level. That's the 200 EMA. That's what we bounced off of here. That's what we bounced off of here. So it makes sense to come back down and bounce again before we rip higher. And again, the monthly chart is just as ugly. The monthly chart is actually really, really ugly. So be careful on the monthly. Okay, be careful on the monthly, be careful on the weekly. Yes, we've gotten a bounce on the daily, but okay, we'll see how it plays out. Again, I mean, based on what the chart is telling us, we got to wait till this thing reclaims 64. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Red dot there, green dot there. So those are the levels. Okay, I'm going to say if we break 64, we're going up. And if we break below 54, it's going to go down to 36. If this breaks, wonderful. We're back. Okay, the bull market this is a fake red dot, right? If 64K breaks, okay, looking on the daily, okay, if that level breaks, if we can get back over our 50 EMA, that is our light blue line on our trading indicator, that's going to be good for the market. Okay, that's going to be really, really good for the market. And got a red dot here on the weekly, and then again, the monthly is still red as well. So every time Bitcoin's been up here on the monthly, right, it's sort of been a scary time. The only thing that could happen here is we get this red dot, boom, and then boom, the green dot comes. So we'll see what happens. Those are the levels, though. Those are the levels we're watching, 64 and 54. Let's take a look at the daily alerts going off. Novak's given a green dot. I like this one. Okay, I'm putting that one on the look into buy list. Why? Because it's giving us a green dot here on the daily, and it's breaking the 9 EMA. The 9 EMA is the EMA that we use to trade. So that is the orange line. Okay, that is the orange line on our chart. We want to buy when we break up above that orange line. Okay, that is part of our trading rules over here. If you guys are new to the channel, we do have a specific set of trading rules that you guys can follow. Okay, we only trade the daily and the weekly charts. Okay, all those alerts, green and red dots, all come over there inside the alert section here. If you guys are a member, so you guys can see all those on the watch list. We only buy assets trending above the 9 EMA. So again, we only want to buy the green dots that are breaking above the orange line. You'll see a couple of these other ones here, like this one, Joby. This one is not breaking over the EMA yet. That doesn't mean it can't in the next couple of days, but it is not breaking over the 9 EMA. So we want to wait for that first candle that breaks the 9 EMA. Okay. I'm actually going to put this one in because I want to watch for a candle breaking. Let's see if that green dot holds. Here's Goldman Sachs. Again, that one is breaking as well. So stop loss would be at the bottom of today's candle at 478 for a trade. On a GS, that's a little bit too high of a market cap for me. That is a bank, though. Here's Coinbase. Coinbase isn't breaking the 9 yet, but it is giving you the signal. Again, the reason we wait for the 9 break is just because it's just another layer of confirmation that we are going higher. Okay, you guys can see when we can break up above it. Okay, it's used as support, meaning we're bouncing off of it. Okay, and when we're breaking down below it here, okay, that means it's resistance. So as traders, we want to trade with the trend. How do we know when the trend's in our favor? It has to be above that EMA. Okay, we want to ride that out right there. Boom, all the way to the top. Boom, and then sell when our stochastic hits that white dotted line. So yes, it's got a green dot. Wonderful, but not every green dot you can see is 100% accurate. The most accurate ones are the ones that are breaking the 9, just like here on AVAX, or I'm sorry, on Novax. Boom, breaking the 9. I think I missed this one, MS. That one's also giving a signal, but not breaking the 9 yet. GS, Goldman Sachs, we covered that. Coinbase, again, if Bitcoin can turn, Coinbase, of course, is going to go up too. So we'll see. To me right now on Bitcoin, it's a 50-50 coin flip. It's a 50-50 coin flip, but that's why we set levels, right? If you did take a trade, if you got in down here, I think Smartass got in down here at like 51, he said. Okay, wonderful. Nice job. Okay, but if you want to make sure the trend is still going to be in your favor, you want to set a stop loss at 54. You could even move it up to 56 if you want to be a little less conservative. At the bottom of today's candle right there. And then here's the weekly. Again, red dot there. Okay, you can ride that thing out all the way to 40 if you want to, but I'd rather sell if that happens and then buy back in down here off a green dot, because the green dots will call the weekly confirmation. So if you're looking at it on a weekly perspective right now, you got to expect that the move is going to continue down. How you know it's going to continue up is if we can get over 64, and that's going to be a pretty big push there. So we'll see what we get into the close. Weekly candles, they close on Sundays for crypto and Fridays obviously for stocks. Here's Rivian again, green dot but not breaking the 9 EMA. Riot blockchain again, green dot, not breaking the 9 EMA. Okay, what's the weekly saying on Riot? Ugly candle there. Big fat ugly candle. So again, not breaking the 9 EMA. Paramount, full disclosure, I took a position on this today. It looks like I'm already up about 1%. Stop loss on the trade though is 1034. and that is down there at the bottom of the green candle right there. That is breaking above the 9 EMA. That's why I took the trade. Okay, you could see they had a big earnings beat. So, boom, big surprise on their earnings. Okay, they lost a little bit on revenue, but they beat on their earnings. They did better than expected. They performed better than expected than their shareholders had expected. So that's good. Again, 1059 is the stop loss. I like it. Stochastics down here on the floor. Just going to ride that thing all the way up there to the white dotted line when it gets there, or when it gives me a red dot on market cipher here. Or not market cipher, but the trading indicator here. Okay, we used to use market cipher, but this is actually called the overkill indicator. Okay, I have the whole entire layout saved, and I share it over here in the Discord. If you're new to the Discord, you can get the trading indicator that we use. That's going to be all these EMA lines. That's the 200. All this stuff down here, the red dots, the green dots, and the RSI. You guys can download that over here inside the Discord. All proceeds support the channel. I really appreciate everybody tuning in. And if you guys have any questions about that, just feel free to reach out. But yes, I did take a position on Paramount this morning, already up $1,000, and it looks like it's got quite a bit of room to go. So again, my stop loss is at the bottom of the candle. We're breaking the 9 on. We're getting the green dot on. That's about 10:30. Stop loss is down there at 10:30. I'm going to ride that thing up. Probably look to take some profits around here around the 50 or around 12, 69 up here around the 200. Just watching my stochastic RSI. Okay, the light blue line, that'll tell me when the top is near. Okay, you could sell either when we cross over this white line here or back up here at the white dotted line there. So Paramount looks good. I like that. Okay, and that came in today. Here's Lyft, green dot but not crossing the 9. AREN, this is an energy company, green dot but not crossing the 9. DKNG, green dot but not crossing the 9. DJT, green dot, not crossing the 9 though yet. Watch for this one to break out over 2750. Again, this is DJT's media company, Donald J. Trump. I don't care how you feel about him politically. He has quite the following, and we're down here back at support. Okay, boom, boom, boom. This is the area we're bouncing. Okay, again, green dot comes, what happens? We rip. Green dot comes, what happens? We rip. So level to watch on that right now. Wow, it's getting really tight consolidation there. It's going to be, looks like 25.99 there. 25.99 is the stop. Again, I want to wait to see when we break out over the 9 EMA. The 9 EMA is the level you want to watch. That orange line, watch for that breakout, but that signal is showing up on the chart there. Here's CLSK, green dot, but not breaking the 9. So a lot of these crypto mining stocks, yeah, they're giving us signals, but they're not breaking the 9. Bitcoin and everything is still trending below the 9 EMA. If you look at Bitcoin well, that broke up above the daily one, which is all fine and dandy. But on the, you can see on the date or on the weekly, okay, 62 is where we're sitting on the 9. Okay, if you want to see the level of the 9, you could open this menu here and you go over the candle and it tells you right there on the left-hand side, it says EMA 9, 62,590. So 63,000 is that level. I'm calling for a breakout over 64 to confirm that this bounce is legit. And that level is just the weekly candle we're getting the red dot on. So you can see that's at 64 right there. Okay, we want to get back over this candle because this is the candle we're getting the sell signal on. So once again, guys, those levels are very important for Bitcoin. I'd say 54,000 is going to be, if we break that, I really think there's going to be a big weekly sell-off back down here to 36. Okay, if 54K breaks. If 64K breaks, we're going back up. But if 54 breaks, those are the two very, very important trade levels to understand there. Here's CELH. This is actually on my watch list already. I'm going to put DJT on my watch list. Sorry, on my watch list. Okay, so what I'm waiting for on CELH is the same thing. I want the breakout over the 9 EMA. That'll be the candle I play. This is Celsius Holdings. I used to drink their energy drink, but I don't anymore because I don't know really what's in it or anything like that. But a lot of people drink it. Okay, they're like Monster. Okay, but they're a fifth of the market cap of Monster. So if you guys don't know what market cap is, that just pretty much tells you like the market share. So CELH Holdings. Okay, so the market cap will tell you how big of a company it is. So it's about a $9 billion company. So I think of, okay, who's their competition? Their competition is Monster. Their ticker is MNST. Yep, Monster Beverage. Okay, So they're a $9 billion company. These guys are a $44 billion company. So these guys are four times smaller, but they're gaining market share. They're gaining market share because of their endorsements and things like that. Right, their drinks are in every gas station. I see them everywhere I go. I see them more than I see Monster now, actually. So to me, their fundamentals are very strong, and it has been sold off all the way down from $100 all the way down here to 35. So again, as a trader, I want to capitalize on a bounce. And if we can bounce all the way back to 90, okay, that's like 100, that's a massive move. That's 147% back to where we were. Okay, that's a big move. That's a big move. Okay, so I think the second we break the 9 on this, it's going to be epic. There's going to be a massive trade there. That one's on the watch list. Okay, I just like stocks that have been beaten down like this big, just get everybody out, right? We're down here in despair, right? We're down here in one sec here. Let me hide these. I figured out a way to hide the controls, but it's not working out. But yeah, we're down here in despair because a lot of people were buying their stock up here at $90, right? When everybody's screaming and hooping and hollering about it, everyone's super excited about it, kind of like how people have been on crypto lately. But again, when this comes, this is an opportunity for people, right, that like to buy low and sell high and, use technical analysis. So the last time we got a dot down here was right here. Again, we didn't break the 9 though. So if it's not breaking the 9, that means that green dot isn't that strong. That reversal signal isn't that strong. But like the ones like this one over here, boom, that one broke over the 9. That was a break over the 9. And what happened? It went from 50 all the way up to 100. That was a 100% move there. Boom, Celsius, rip. And they killed on their earnings. They did good, better than expected on revenue, better than expected on earnings. So they're actually making money. They're beating expectations. That's a good thing for a stock. Okay, what's not a good thing for a stock is when something's trading way up here. This is not where we should be buying or holding, right? The red dot comes, you got to sell. Red dot comes, you got to sell. Okay, CELH is going to set up massively pretty soon. Okay, wait for the break of the 9. And this one came in. This one actually surprised me a little bit here. This one was CRO, had a green dot show up on the weekly chart, but it actually faded from the chart. It has faded from the chart. So the stop loss on that is 0.07. That is a very interesting candle, very interesting volume. Not sure what's going on there, but that green dot did fade away from the chart. Yes, we got the signal, but it has faded away. So that's it for the alerts today. Let's see if we got any chart requests over here in the Discord. Let's see here. HNT on the monthly and the weekly. HNT USD. HNT on the weekly is holding green here. So the new weekly supports 350. That's a 50% drop from where we're at. That's a massive drop. And the monthly is now green. So that's your support level. Okay, you want to buy as close to 347 as possible. The daily signal came right here at about 450. So you're already up 30%. Again, if you're playing the daily is important to take note of when you're trading, because again, you want to see where we're at. If we're green on the weekly, if we're red on the weekly, right? You want to see what's going on in the daily. So the daily dot will come before the green dot on the weekly. Okay, every single time it'll come. Okay, again, my favorite place to enter a name is when the daily chart is breaking the 9 EMA with a green dot, just like it did right here in July. Right there at 312, okay, all the way up to $6. Okay, sold all the way off. Green dot here at 448. Boom, ripped back all the way to 6 something. Okay, that's an 80% move, 60 to 80%. Okay, you're not getting that in real estate in 5 days. That's 43% there on HNT off the signal. So that one looks good. Just make sure you use a stop loss. You could probably move your stop loss up to the daily level now. I'd probably put it at $5, to be honest with you. Put it down there at 5. It shouldn't break that. Okay, that's our hourly support there. This looks good, but you can expect a move down here to 450, or I'm sorry, $5. Put the stop at 460. 460 on the stop there on HNT. That's the bottom of this candle we lifted off on, but that's breaking out over its daily resistance. This is what I was talking about with Bitcoin. We come up here to a level. Right, boom, there's the level. Okay, you want to break out over that level. So if you go back to BTC here, okay, it needs to break out over like 70K to do that kind of a breakout. But the level we're watching is actually the level of the candle we're getting the red dot on the weekly, which is the top of that, which is going to be 64. Okay, watch for that breakout. You want to see that. But HNT looks really, really strong here. That's a really strong confirmation of a breakout. And I just make sure, if you want to put a stop loss on it, which I highly recommend you do, you need to do, make it 458 here, 458. And then you can look to take profits. I mean, look how close we are on the stochastic on the weekly, but look to take profits on the next red dot there. I would say on the daily chart. Watch the daily for a red dot there on HNT. That's it for requests. That's it for the alerts. Hopefully you guys got some value out of this. It's the weekend Friday, so we will be back here on Monday. God bless y'all. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.